A speech on time mastery. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is worth more than any degree, any inheritance, any lucky break you could ever receive. Every person on this planet, the CEO, the janitor, the genius, the dropout, we all wake up with the exact same bank account. Not money, time. We each get 168 hours per week. No exceptions, no negotiations. But here's what blows my mind. Some people convert those hours into empires, wisdom, health, and freedom, while others trade them for distractions, complaints, and regret. Which transaction are you making? Today, I want to challenge you with something uncomfortable yet liberating. Are you investing your hours to transform yourself, or are you donating your hours to make corporations wealthier while your potential collects dust? Let's dig into this together. The wake-up call I never wanted. When I was starting out, and I mean truly at the bottom, I had nothing most people consider valuable. No wealth, no influential contacts, no impressive academic record. My report cards were so consistently disappointing that I genuinely believed underachiever was stamped on my birth certificate. Failure and I were on a first-name basis. But I possessed one asset that nobody could take away: time. And through painful trial and error, I discovered a truth that changed everything. If you don't become the architect of your own hours, you'll spend your life constructing someone else's dreams. Let me repeat this because it's crucial. If you don't master the art of self-investment, you'll forever be enriching those who did. There's nothing shameful about working for others. We all start somewhere. But if autonomy matters to you, if expansion matters, if transformation matters, then you must guard your hours like a dragon guards treasure. Actually, guard them more fiercely than treasure. Because here's the brutal reality. Money can be recovered, rebuilt, regenerated. But time, once those seconds tick away, they're erased from existence. You can't rewind life. There's no undo button on your calendar. This isn't a video game with save points. The balance trap. I hear young professionals today constantly talking about equilibrium. I need better work-life balance. I require rest periods. I deserve leisure time. And I think, wait, hold on. What exactly are you balancing? Are you trying to find the perfect middle ground between mediocrity and comfort? When I was navigating my 20s and 30s, I didn't have balance. I had fire. I had desperation in the best possible way. Every single morning, I'd look in the mirror and say, listen, if you don't upgrade yourself today, you'll be trapped in this exact spot forever. Nobody's riding to your rescue. There's no magical benefactor waiting to solve your problems. Your only weapon is what's between your ears, your thinking, your capabilities, your daily choices. Here's an example that might sting a little. Imagine you're struggling financially and Friday rolls around. You decide, I'm going to unwind this weekend, hit some parties, hang with my crew, live a little. Meanwhile, somewhere in Seattle, someone's spending their weekend absorbing advanced material about artificial intelligence. In Austin, someone's deep in research about sustainable energy systems. In their studio, someone's interviewing neuroscientists about how humans make decisions. Can you see the pattern? You're celebrating. They're calibrating. That's the fork in the road between building an empire and building excuses. That's why they're reshaping industries while you're asking for the Wi-Fi password at coffee shops. Don't misunderstand me. Joy matters, celebration matters, but don't throw a parade for an ordinary existence. Put in the work now so leisure becomes a reward, not an escape. Don't rest first and struggle later. The survival test. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If your employer terminated you tomorrow morning, could you financially survive? If your primary social platform vanished overnight, would your business model collapse? If someone shredded your diploma, could you still deliver value to the marketplace? This is the real examination. Educational institutions gave you documentation, but reality doesn't particularly care about documentation. Reality cares about competence. If you've mastered persuasion and sales, poverty becomes nearly impossible. If you've mastered communication and writing, opportunities multiply endlessly. If you've mastered critical thinking and problem solving, you become a value creation machine. And here's the beautiful twist. Skills cost nothing to acquire. YouTube hosts millions of free tutorials. Google contains humanity's accumulated knowledge. Public libraries overflow with wisdom. Free educational platforms exist everywhere. The only barrier between you and mastery is your streaming service addiction and your toxic relationship with short-form video platforms. Every time the words, "I don't have time," escape your mouth, I want you to check your screen time statistics. Stop the self-deception. You're not exhausted. You're just scattered. Dedicate 60 minutes daily to learning something genuinely useful, and within 12 months, you'll possess more applicable knowledge than 99% of your peer group. The acceleration paradox. Let me be direct. Civilization is accelerating at a pace that would terrify our grandparents. Machine learning, decentralized finance, automation, complete digital restructuring of every industry. If you're not advancing, you're not just standing still, you're falling backward. It's like standing motionless on a downward moving escalator. Staying still equals descent. The only way upward is climbing, even if it's just one step at a time. One of my core philosophies is this: achievement isn't about dramatic transformations. It's about incremental improvement sustained over time. You don't need to consume 50 books this week. Just read 10 pages today. You don't need to accumulate $1 million by next month. Just save $10 today. Perfection isn't required. Consistency is. This next part is absolutely critical, so listen carefully. If you want success, if you crave significance, then stop chasing thrills. Start embracing monotony. The real alchemy happens in private, when nobody's watching, when nobody's applauding. You think I built everything by doing exciting activities every single day? Absolutely not. The overwhelming majority of my success emerged from repeating mundane tasks relentlessly, crafting emails, expanding vocabulary, studying business case studies, rehearsing presentations to an empty room. Incredibly boring, absolutely necessary. If you can execute boring tasks with unwavering discipline, your life becomes thrilling. But if you only chase thrilling activities, your life becomes boring. Notice the reversal. The morning myth. Some of you are probably thinking, but I'm not naturally an early riser. I'm a night person. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't care about your chronotype preference, but discipline cares deeply. If you wake up every morning with no strategy, no objectives, no learning plan, you're not living. You're merely existing. I always tell people, wake up before your justifications do. If your excuses typically activate at 8-9 a.m., you better be conscious and working by 7:30. If your laziness starts whispering at 9 silence it at 8 Demonstrate to your mind who's in charge. If you want a transformed life, you must battle for it daily. Success isn't gifted, it's seized with habits, with effort, with uncomfortable choices. The circle effect. Look around at your immediate social circle. Are they discussing investments or just spreading rumors? Are they exchanging ideas or exclusively complaining? Are they challenging you to evolve or dragging you down into comfortable mediocrity? If your social environment isn't facilitating growth, then your circle has become your prison. And here's the sophisticated approach. You don't need to be aggressive or confrontational. Just become unavailable. When they suggest, let's hang out and waste time, respond with, can't, I'm learning data analysis. When they propose, let's go drinking, politely decline, I'm attending an online workshop. They might mock you now, but in 5 years they'll be asking, how did you get so far ahead? And you'll respond, remember all those times you thought I was being antisocial? That's how. Motivation versus muscle. Motivation is like bathing. You need it regularly, but it doesn't last. Discipline is like physical conditioning. You develop it gradually, and it becomes permanent. You think I felt inspired every single day when I was building my company from nothing? Not even close. I was terrified. I was confused. I was broke, but I had discipline. I woke up. I worked. I failed. I repeated every single day. Some people say, I'm waiting for the perfect moment. Let me tell you something that might hurt. The perfect moment is right now. There's no ideal starting point. There's only this present moment, and this present moment is expensive. Don't squander it. Future self-visualization. Do this mental exercise with me. Imagine your future self, the version of you 5 years from now. Healthier, wealthier, wiser, accomplished, free. Now imagine that future version can observe everything you're doing right now in this present moment. Would they feel proud, or would they be thinking, why are you watching trivial entertainment again? Every time laziness creeps in, remember this. Your future self is rooting for you. Don't disappoint them. Your future self is watching, hoping, counting on you to make better choices today. The joy principle. Now, here's important context. Don't take life so seriously that you forget to smile. Laugh frequently. Enjoy the journey. Mock your own mistakes. Share stories. Dance occasionally, even if you dance like a malfunctioning robot, but never stop learning. You can be humorous and focused simultaneously. You can be joyful and hungry for improvement. You can be broke today, but you better be busy evolving, because the most dangerous thing in life isn't poverty, it's stagnation. It's staying exactly the same while the world transforms around you. The choice point. So, my friend, what will you do with your time? Will you consume more drama or write your own narrative? Will you scroll endlessly or study strategically? Will you manufacture excuses or manufacture progress? You weren't born to be average. You weren't born just to pay bills and fade away. You were born to create, to build, to grow, to inspire others. But you must choose it every single day. Use your time like a weapon, like a tool, like a ladder reaching toward the sky. Invest your hours into becoming better, and the world will improve alongside you. The 3-day philosophy. If you ever feel discouraged, just remember what I've learned through decades of experience. Today is difficult. Tomorrow will be even harder. But the day after tomorrow is magnificent. Most people give up on the second day. The day when everything feels impossible. The day when quit sounds reasonable. Don't quit on the second day, my friend. Don't give up right before the breakthrough. Live for that beautiful third day. It's out there waiting for you. It's closer than you think. The magnificent future you've been dreaming about, it's not going to knock on your door. It's not going to send you an invitation. You have to walk toward it 1 hour at a time, one choice at a time, one disciplined action at a time. Starting right now, starting with the next 60 minutes of your life. What will you do with them? Thank you for your attention. Now go build something extraordinary.